You see, it's snowing out there. It's still snow.
Okay, so here we go. I don't even know why I look that way, but first video vlog, and she's just tearing up everything. I got Neil. That's the name of our cat. Her name is Neil because the kids named her Neil because she's like the cat from The Matrix. But we had to put a pink collar on her. Say hi, Neil. We had to put a pink collar on her, pew, because you know, I couldn't see her at night. I kept stepping on her. Why? But now I can see her because she's, you know, she's got a pink collar. Okay, you know. Other than that, welcome back to the channel. This is day one video vlog, and I want to give a first special shout out to all the growing Samoan subscribers. Thank you guys for continuing to follow, and for the new people that are just tapping into this channel, welcome. Big shout outs to my boy Heinz57. He's also a YouTuber and a fellow podcaster, and he told me to get on these vlogs because there's a lot of creators making money off of vlogging on YouTube, and he fed me a lot of information about how YouTube can create a lot of monetary money once you get monetized later down the road, as your YouTube channel, you know, builds up and goes up. And it's true. Everybody knows that you can make money off of YouTube. We just never do it, you know. And which is funny for this podcast, because the reason I created a YouTube channel was literally for the podcast. Like, I was so intrigued by podcasts back in 2017 that I followed one of my favorite podcasters, which is Joe Rogan. Everybody knows Joe Rogan now. And he had a YouTube channel. So I didn't want to, you know, I was new to it in 2017? No, 2018 or 19, we created the channel. It's been, I think it was 2019. 2019, we created the channel. And I just followed, you know, whatever Rogan was doing, because he was #1 at the time, probably still is, in podcasting. So we did podcast on an easy app. You just press record, and then upload it. But then I said, oh man, I got to do a YouTube channel. So I made a YouTube channel just for the podcast. I wasn't trying to grow it or anything, but it was pretty crazy, because a lot of you know, old time viewers would always comment on the YouTube channel. Like, I'll get nothing from like any of the podcasts. You can't really, you know, like reply back to the podcast, because it was on this old app called Anchor FM, which we are now on Spotify, because Spotify kind of, I don't know if they bottom out or whatever, but well, I just got an email and said, hey, everything's on Spotify now. So, hey, it works for me. So you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, but that's mainly for the podcast. That's where it's like an hour and something long, where we just find guests and talk about everything we want to talk about. But for the YouTube channel, this video will not be on any podcast. It won't be on Spotify, just on YouTube, and which is the reason why I created this vlog that you're watching right now, is to try and build the YouTube channel, because I've never thought of this channel as growing. You know, it's not ironic, hence the name Growing Samoan. You know, but I'm doing it now, and thanks to a lot of inspiration by my boy Heinz57. Big shout out to you. And also, it's been always on the back of my mind, the podcast, and every day. I'm sorry, podcast listeners, that it's been so long, and I know a lot of people I've met over the years, and they'd be like, hey, you got to do it. You got to, you know, keep going. And I love that. Trust me, I love it, because that's still my passion. I love talking about finances, money, coupe, you know, how to save money, you know, how to save your coupe. That means save your money. And also about health, you know, how to stay healthy and live life, because we got a lot of loved ones that, have passed away, rest in peace. And then all the loved ones that are, going through medical problems right now. And, health and wealth, they go together, so it's just always been a passion of mine. It's been 3 years since we've had our last podcast, and I think that's where I went live. But this video is to like just try to tell everybody that I'm gonna do like a daily vlog to try and help build the channel. Like, listen, if you guys can just tap in, I'm just gonna talk about everyday life. It's just everyday life. This day one vlog about what's going on. And, you can add in the comments. Just let me hear, Juan, what's going on with you guys. If you could do me a favor, in the comment, if you've been a loyal subscriber, how have you been? How has your life been? Has there been anything to help you out to change your life? I just had another podcaster. He sent me a message. He commented. And he said, big shout out, and he's looking into his finances, him and his wife, and that kind of like stuff like that, like it really helps me out, get motivated to try and bring more content to not only the podcast space but to this channel, because I really still want to hear great stories and news of people, growing in their lives financially, in health, and everything, that involves your overall, everything, your mental, your mental status, your physical status, your emotional status. Let's see, your relationships, your spiritualness, your faith, and especially your finances. Like always, the growing Samoan, I got a dollar bill sign for the S in Samoan. It's kind of give you a hint, because I still truly believe that in this day and age, the world we live in today, look, man, it's a no-brainer. It's all about money. Everything's about money now, whether you like it or not. Everything's about this. You got to have this, but I built this channel to try and just share the information that this is not always bad. Once you learn, you get the information about how the good about money, the good things that come out of cash, the good things that you could teach about money and how it can help out your lives. Then you start, you start getting a better understanding. There's a good and there's a bad about money. Hence finances. There's a good and there's a bad about finances, money. In this channel, we teach, well, not only teach, but we try to just share information about both, the good and the bad, the struggles we came for, whether you was raised in the hood, you're from the ghetto, you're from the poor, side of the town, or, you come from a nice middle class suburban area, or blue, what's the term for that? Blue collar, middle class American. And I'm saying American because I live here in the United States. Or if you were raised in, KPT in Hawaii, or if you straight from Pango in Samoa, or you from Aotearoa in New Zealand, or you are Aussie in Australia, or even if you Micronesian, Melanesian, Polynesian, all of my islanders, you Chamorro, big shout outs to everybody, or it don't matter who you are, if you're Latino, Mexican, Spanish, African, whatever, what do we else we have out there? Scandinavians, dude, like, it doesn't matter. This day and age, the world we live in today, no matter, I'm looking at my damn cat. She's tearing up the place. In this day and age, no matter where you're from in the world, everything you got to know about the money game, and I know it's crazy because different parts of the world, it's kind of, everything's different, but it all evolves around monetary, funds or whatever you have, whatever is yen or pesos or American dollars or euros, whatever you have. That's why I always put finances at the top, because If you could control that, if you can control that, if you can just focus everything on that, just for a little bit, just for a little bit of time, I guarantee you everything else below will get better. You know, it put it like this. Like I like to tell people about, if you put it at the top, it's kind of like we're born and raised Christians. Like I was born and raised in the church, and all of my Samoan people, most of us is all born and raised in the church. No matter what denomination you are, whether you're AOG, Assembly of God, whether you're let's say Catholic, whether you're a Mormon, even, or whether you're local pakpaki or lokaiki. Those are terms for different denominations. There's a lot of other denominations I can't just name at the top of my head, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about. A lot of us, and I'm speaking for my Samoan people, we put faith at the top. Number one, faith at the top. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of, every time you go anywhere, we pray. There's nothing wrong with that. God is always the foundation in our faith. And I'm just speaking on our faith of Christianity. Whatever faith you believe in, that's fine with you. I'm not here to judge anybody. But let's just say if you're not Christian, just kind of like, put it into your faith. If you put your faith at the top, your whole life, you can read the scriptures, you can read the word of God, you can read the Bible, you could name off every single book in the Bible, you're good. But as Samoan people, we like to stay there. You know what I'm saying? We like to stay there and think that our faith is gonna, take care of our bills, take care of our tax returns, take care of our mortgages, paying a house, take care of our credit scores, take care of our, everything, but our loans, everything that has to do in the finance. I know it may sound crazy, but we do that a lot. Like we'll go to church, everybody's dedicated to go to church, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this is why I like to talk about finances, because if you are a Samoan person and you're listening to this vlog and what I'm talking about today, I'm just getting this off my chest because it's been a long time. You're good. You're good when it comes to the faith. Faith is, something that spiritually we need that can get you through anything in life. Anything, okay? But in this day and age, you have faith up here and you won't even tap into finances in your life. There's like all the way at the bottom. You need to bring that up here. You just move faith down to number 2 spot and just educate and learn about the finances, because your whole life is going crazy right now. Everything's messed up. You're like, I'm broke. I want to quit my job. I hate working here. I wish I could win the lotto. I wish I was a millionaire. If I had that much money, I'll do this and that. Well, you can. You can do all that if you just bring your financial education and just start putting it up here for once, There's nothing wrong with that. You're just put it up here. Or I wouldn't even say put it above faith. If you're so strong in your faith, bring it up here and put it here next to it. That way you're good. You got number 1 check. Faith, check. Your finances, put it up next to it. It's just still an empty box, but you need to check that. So put it up there, and I guarantee you, in this day and age, the world we live in now today, it'll help you out big time. That's pretty much the channel of what I try to preach and teach, because as a Samoan person, I was born and raised in the church. We still attend. We're parishioners at our local Catholic church right now, and I always tell everybody, put God first, and everything will follow. You know, that's the one thing that the Word of God has always taught me. Put God first and everything that follows. So for me, I feel like, and you could, if you ever go to my old podcast, I always talk about it, but I feel like that was my calling, you know, that God gave to me, was to like help people out financially, you know, educate them, or just not really, yeah, educate them, and also share information to them. Just talk to them about finances, money, and that'll help out their life. That'll bring some love into their heart. You know, that's what God's word is about. It's about love. You know, in this day and age, it's hard to find that love because we're worried about our bills. We're worried about our, you know, your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, food, your groceries. You know, just to bust money, just to get there. You know, you're worried about everything. You know, gas money, everything. And it's all money. It's all it has to do with freaking, you know, money. And I hate that. We all hate that, right? Everybody hates that. But if you can learn about it, educate yourself about it, and then all of a sudden you'll have a check mark, and everything in there will be aligned, and then your life will be so much easier. Then you can focus more on like other things. You can help people out, and that's what we're all about as Christians. You know, we just want to help people out. God sent us to help out others. You know, walk the old lady across the street. You know, help somebody out that's in need of like talks. Somebody who's depressed. You know, talk with them. Talk to them. Like for me, at once in my life, I was, you know, of course, DJ Hen. That's still my name. I was DJing, so I was like helping people out, you know, musically, because I'm a real great DJ, you know. But there's a lot of DJs out there that can help out, and I decided to just put that on the back burner. So I'm getting older now, you know, and I feel like I wanted to spend more time with my family. So, a lot of so all that in the whole is like just something that's still at the top of my mind about what this channel is about. And let me revert back to my first topic of why I'm doing this vlog. So I'm doing this vlog to build this channel, and it's just gonna be me talking about life, talking about whatever. But don't forget, please, if you can, all you viewers right now, hop in the comment. Please comment anything. I don't care. Just let me know what's going on with you guys. I want to hear from you guys. And if I can hear from you guys, I want to just continue to conversate through the vlogs with anybody in the comments. Let's go. Oh, big shout out to my other boy, Chamauso Law. Okay, lead singer of the band Stay Grounded, reggae band out here in Tacoma, Washington. He just sent me just a random text the other day, and it had nothing to do with the music at all. He just said, "Bro, my credit score is up here." He showed me, he screenshot me, and he was like, "Dude, I just want to say thank you, man." And that just lifted my spirits, because I was like, "Dude, I haven't did a podcast in 3 years." And it's still helping out friends and families that have no clue. And for him to just acknowledge that and do that, hey, big shout out to you. Congratulations. How to get your credit score up. We can help you all out. If you need a credit score up and all that stuff, just hop in the comments. We can help you. We have podcasts about that, you know. But yeah, if you just want to reach directly, you know, just message those. You know, that's what I'm here for. Let's see, we have, I want to go, before I end this vlog, I want to go back to and give a shout out to everybody that's commented. Heinz57, oh, he's funny because I just watched his vlog, and he had a big thumbnail that says, "Don't watch this video." Dude, that was dope. Because I clicked it. I was like, nah, my brain, the curiosity of my brain couldn't help myself. And I commented that, and he just replied, "I just learned how to put letters behind an image, so that's another reason for the thumbnail. Just displaying my thumbnail skills, and it relieves the pressure of making a banger video." Well, the problem is, he goes on, read more. "You can only do this move once." Big shout out to you, Heinz. But hey, that's why I'm doing this vlog, is because the Uso, you know, he called me the other day, last week, and he reached out. He said, bro, man, we need to get back on it. You know, I really want to encourage you to get back on it and give your followers, you know, what they've been missing out. So that's pretty much it. Trying to make these videos, you know, nice and smooth, nice and short. Daily vlog. This one will probably be, it's like 20 minutes right now. I'll probably go just a little bit over because I want to get the shout outs to everybody. My phone's playing right now. It could be so much easier, but I should have had my laptop up ready, but I didn't. So now I got to go find my emails and see what's popping through there, which I kind of hate that, but it's going to take a minute. But let's just bear with me. And if we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. But yeah, please though, you guys, I just want to grow the channel, and this is pretty much like day one. Let me talk about the updates of what's going on with the growing Samoan. Okay. Excuse me. I don't even have it on this area in my phone. It's not going to happen. Big shout out to everybody that's been tapping into the channel, but I still want to go and try and look for it. Hold on. Let me go to channel 1. Let me go to the first one. First video, and probably I can see it, the comment in there. Because everybody likes to go to the first video. And then from there I can probably see the comment. Let's see. No thanks. Oh, that was an old one. Okay. All right, so never mind. I'm just doing too much right now. I'll have it on the next video vlog. It'll probably be tomorrow. Oh, big shout out today. It's Valentine's Day. So, wow, that's crazy. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. All your lovers in the world. You know, big shout out to my wife. I love you so much, dear. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see what else is going on. It's pretty cool because we started the podcast on Father's Day, and I'm starting this vlog on Valentine's Day, so it's kind of special. Hey, there you go. Heart. Let's do a heart. Let's do a heart that way. There you go. Updates before I end off the channel. It's been 3 years since the last podcast, and from those 3 years, I was able to quit my day job, retire, which I call retire from the 9 to 5. And I was able to walk in there on my own accord and just resign. I took video of it. I never posted it, but I took a personal video of me on my way to work. And then after, the video is kind of dark, but it was early morning. I went in there 3 years ago, and I was able to pull the trigger and leave my 9 to 5. And I've been retired from the 9 to 5 ever since. And life has been good. It's been good, y'all. The Grown Samoan channel is telling you right now, anybody can do it. I retired at 42. A Samoan male at 42 years old, retired from my 9 to 5 job. And at the same time, I was able to buy 2 houses here in what we call the Seattle-Tacoma area market, which it isn't that easy, but the mentality that we have now about our money, our kupa, and our finances was, made it able for us to accomplish that, for me and my wife and our family to do that, to achieve, to be able to leave my job at 42 years old, retire from the 95, in which I'll talk about that later down in the vlogs, and be able to buy not 1, but 2 houses at the same time. And one of the houses is the one that I'm in right now. If you watched our old videos, we were in an apartment. We were in a 3-bedroom apartment, me, my wife, and our 5 kids. And now we are all in, I think it's a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, but there's a bonus room. So it's more like 6 beds, 2 bath. And that's the house we live in now, thank God. But not only thank God, we did put God at the foundation of everything, always do, like we preach. But at the same time, if it wasn't for me putting that financial status, next to, you know, my spiritualness, it would have never happened. People, you have to start educating yourself about money. You start learning about it, and the money game is so easy to learn. And once you do, you can accomplish things. I was able to accomplish big things at 42 years old. My body was breaking down, everything. I feel so better, so strong, so good now. My spirits are more lifted, more happier, and I was able to retire from the 9 to 5, the traditional 9 to 5, at the age of 42. And at the same time, not buy one, but 2 houses. And the second house is a blessing. You know, we bought 2 lots right next to each other. And one of the second house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I got my wife's family in there. It's a beautiful thing. My mother-in-law, my sisters-in-law. And I love it because my wife, my mom and my father, they passed away 2000s and early 2000s, and 2001, 2003. And it's, you know, I miss them dearly, but they're always with me in my heart. But to be able to purchase a home and another home right next to you, and to be able to put your wife's mother there, yo, that's all blessings, man. Because to see the joy on my wife and my kids when they know their grandma's there and they can play with their cousins like we used to play with our cousins and their aunties and all that, and the families like this, you know, it's a blessing, y'all. It's a blessing. Only able to do all that, and that's what that's been happening in the past 3 years. And that was 3 years ago. We've been living in our property for 3 years now. 3 years ago. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got spoiled and kind of like, you know, just been chilling, like been, you know, really chilling. So I'll try to do daily vlogs. I'm in the living room right now. You'll probably see the beginning clip, but I do have a studio also, and I'll probably be doing like vlogs in there. If I can't make a daily video, it'll be like an evening one. So just welcome back to the channel. You know, I'll probably put like the thumbnail, like how I was able to retire and buy 2 houses at the same time, to try and like reel people in, you know, to the channel. But for you guys, thank you guys for tapping in and help me build this channel. I want this channel to grow because I want it to not only help, but I really now want to try to grow this channel so we can monetize it, you know. And if it monetizes, hopefully, like, I could get into some like charity stuff, you know, to help out our people. But on a real, honestly, I just want a plaque. You know, those YouTube plaques that with the YouTube logo. I always wanted one of those, but I never really got into the YouTube channel. But I'm doing it now, so hopefully, you know, we can continue to continue these vlogs and build the channel through that way. I'm gonna still have the podcast whenever I can podcast. It's just a little more difficult podcasting because, you know, you gotta find people. But there she goes. That's the cat, Neo. Lava, and thank you for everybody who tapped in today. And that's pretty much it. You know, put God first, and, you know, just try to learn, you know, whatever small bits you can about your finances to help you out in your life. And I guarantee you, everything will be better. So the next one, I'll try to make sure I give a shout outs. I didn't have it ready. I thought I have it ready on here, but I wanted to give a big shout out before I go to, yeah, she crazy, to one of the Usos that we met at the Winkle parking lot in Federal Way. If you're watching this vlog, big shout out to you. Put your name in the comment because I forgot your name. Who's sorry to say that, but it was like Will or Bill or something. But the Uso came up to me. He was like, "Yo, hey dog." I thought it was one of the boys, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, growing Samoan. I watch your channel, man. Hey," and I was like, I had a good conversation with you, Uso. But if you're watching this channel, I'm so sorry I forgot your name. But if that's you, please put that in the comments so I can show you some love right there. Until then, the next vlog, you know, Tofa Soy Fu, that means farewell, and have a great day, guys. Blessings.